Welcome to Stirring the Pot with Lou Marconi and Johnny Cleveland, part of the Fanatical L's Network. Fans first. Join us now. Oh, here we go. Where is it? Oh, here, Lou. How you doing, buddy?
Good. It got louder.
I know, it's crazy. The tech side of things.
Yes.
Here we are live Monday night, Stirring the Pot. There's Lou. I'm Johnny Cleveland.
What's up?
How is everybody doing? Lou, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm really, I don't know what it is, but when it comes to covering the Browns in this season, yeah, I'm disappointed, but a lot of people are really need to take a pill, man. Relax. I mean, first off, Stefanski and Barry aren't going anywhere. So I've been seeing stuff like, I like catching other podcasts and things.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting. And I think you said that Stefanski at a press conference, Greg Newsome has a hamstring injury, which was caused, my understanding was caused with Kadarius Toney's muff punt. So,
oh, that's when it happened?
That's when it supposedly. So Greg Newsome's going to miss some time, but Cameron Mitchell, very qualified, competent corner, will be put in. And I was hearing, because I was paying attention to the Sunday night game last night, they were saying the Chiefs secondary is really thin right now. I didn't know if you knew that. That's what they were saying. They were saying that Sunday night that they did not want how they drove down and kicked that last second field goal.
And I missed that. To
win the game. But they were saying they didn't want to give the ball back to the Chargers because their secondary is cooked. So I don't know if that's going to carry over into Sunday when they come into Cleveland. And I do recall that the Panthers gave them a good game on the road too.
Yes.
So anything could happen come Sunday. But
we do play the Chiefs.
We play the Chiefs. I will be there. And if you guys see me, say hi. I mean, I'd be happy to talk to any fan that wants to talk to me.
I wonder what it's going to feel like on Sunday. Like if there will be a full house on deck.
We'll see what happens. If it's a crappy weather day, maybe not. But but I'm thinking it's gonna be like 42 and sunny.
Yeah,
so it might not be too bad. So
and it's the
42 and sunny. Yeah, it's the Chiefs. So there's gonna be some Chiefs fans there.
Well,
but
Travis Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can't wait. Yeah.
Well, the Chiefs did get another win, like you said, last second field goal. I know a lot of Chiefs fans, having lived out there in Wichita all those years, and boy, they keep texting about all their good luck this year. They have had so many wins this year in the last seconds.
You make your own luck.
Right? No, and they're really good. I mean, they've won the last 2 Super Bowls.
They're going to be pushing for a 3-peat, but I don't think they'll make the Super Bowl this year. No. I don't think they'll get past Buffalo.
Okay. Well, Buffalo, Josh Allen.
Yeah,
he gave me some good fantasy league points last night. Boy, three touchdowns on the ground, 3 touchdowns in the air.
Awesome.
First quarterback ever in NFL history to do that.
I remember he came on the same draft class as Baker Mayfield, and people were saying that, oh man, this guy scares me. He's out of Wyoming.
Yeah.
Oh man, this guy scares me. So
yeah.
And he was a prototypical AFC North quarterback.
Yeah.
Problem is that I think what helped him was being drafted by Buffalo and being in a stable coaching staff and offense and having that right environment versus if he came to Hugh Jackson, it would have,
I mean, it's all about timing and things. And, now you want, for me as I'm not a Chiefs fan, but, or at least not outwardly, they, with Patrick Mahomes there and Andy Reid, you just wonder how, when that team will continue to be strong until the two of them part ways, probably. I can't imagine.
Well, yeah, nothing lasts forever, but we'll see. I mean, we said the same thing about the Patriots and Tom Brady. So,
oh yeah.
So,
what did we talked last night? You and I did the post game show.
Yes, we did,
and had time to sort of take everything in. And like you said, you listened to some other podcasts, and I had a chance to listen to some other reactions today. There's a lot of reaction about this season and just where things are at, and a lot of differences. A lot of fans on this, that are not happy with Stefanski. A lot of analysts talking about this porous record and is he safe? And then other people are talking about Andrew Barry and getting rid of him, and this is just not going anywhere. But like you and I have talked about already, the consistency and the stability, is that more important? And we're in a kind of a different era of Browns football. You still hold to that, right? Right, Lou?
Meaning exactly
That
what do you
you hold to the idea that it's important that, like,
continuity? Is that what you
yeah,
mean?
and that's
Yeah, yeah,
Stefanski and Barry aren't going anywhere. That despite people, saying this is not going to work, we're 3-10, we could be 3-14. Their state, the Browns need to get through this and work towards, bringing things back.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this isn't Hugh Jackson.
No, no, no. This isn't Hugh Jackson. This isn't Chudzinski. This isn't Shermer. This isn't Patton. This isn't Freddie Kitchens. You want to keep
Right.
going.
No, I
This
mean
isn't
Freddie Kitchens was,
Mancini.
that was, yeah.
This isn't Crennel. Romeo Crennel had one good year.
True.
So yeah, there was some other things that's been going on. I guess Wyatt Teller's wife posted about Pittsburgh
Yes.
fans being mean and rude to
Yeah.
her. So yeah, it's just let me just say this to the people that did that. Fuck you. All right. And I know it doesn't represent all Pittsburgh fans, and I know that, but you know
Sure.
what? Fuck you.
Right.
Just
Well, and they've been there. It's interesting too now that Wyatt Teller, they've been out
yeah.
there in the news today that they are looking at him signing another deal.
Keeping Teller.
Yes,
Okay.
that was something that came out earlier today, and in that conversation, they also mentioned, like what you just talked about, some of the Pittsburgh fans, and that is something that's gone back and forth. And you and I both know that, and a lot of Browns fans that are tuning into us know
Yeah,
that
I've heard stories of Browns fans being abusive to Steeler fans. Whoever does that, you're a piece of shit. Just
right.
stop it. I mean, just stop it. It's a football game, people. Treat people
Yeah.
with dignity. I mean, God.
Um.
Go
So yeah.
go ahead.
No. So with the Browns being where they are, I mean, this next game against the Chiefs and then the 3 games after that. What do you think? I mean, okay, one. Let's, like, Winston. Does Winston start in this game against the Chiefs? And does
That's according
Winston?
to Stefanski. He will. Yes.
Okay. And do you think he'll play the rest of the season, or do you think they will bring in
Well,
DTR?
I can't. I think it depends on how Winston plays. If he keeps throwing picks like this, they might throw in DTR for
Uh,
the for. What do you think? You got the Bengals, you got the Dolphins, and then the Ravens. So
right.
you might do that, but I think they know what they have in DTR and in Winston.
Mm-hmm.
So I was seeing a story this morning, but it was on a obscure Browns reference Instagram account
Yeah.
saying that according to Mary Kay Cabot, and I can't
Yeah.
find it on her Twitter feed because I'm
Okay.
looking for it as we speak,
Okay.
that she said that the rehab for Deshaun Watson is going great and they expect him to be ready to practice by training camp. And I'm like, I went, dear God. And he made one appearance in the locker room, but he hasn't been around. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, I don't see this anywhere. Where did this
Yeah.
come from? So,
Right.
and I'm starting to think to myself, oh dear God, no,
Right.
no, no.
Right.
So I don't see it on her. If she had something like that to say, she would put it on her Twitter.
Yes.
And I don't see it on her Twitter. So I just went to go look and verify that. And I have not seen it on her Twitter. And I went back to December 8th,
Okay.
which is yesterday. But let me try to go ahead. You
Well,
keep
Mary
talking.
Kay. No, I just think Mary Kay's, again. We talked about this a little bit off here, and I know you're not a real fan of somebody like Tony Grossi. And I
Or
listened to
Mary
Tony
Kay.
talk. Yeah,
But
Tony was talking to when they had the press conference today with Stefanski, kind of trying to bait him into um, saying something, because his questions were like, you're 3-10, you suck, you're not going anywhere, what's the point in doing this and that, and Kevin was just Stefanski was just tired of it. And some people are saying, oh well, Kevin just looks defeated, he looks down. Well, yeah, your team is 3-10 and they suck. I mean,
yeah,
you have a porous record, and
You have a
But
bad record. You have a bad record. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Stefanski's going to stay the course and focus on the next game. And I think, that's what he should do as the coach. You have to maintain some like stability and moving forward. You're not going to be just all over the place. So those are areas that, for me personally, like I do think that Stefanski does a good job in certain aspects of being a coach. I just wonder again, again, we're looking at a season that is, not going well. It's not going to end well. And then you're going to have all these things that are going to happen in the offseason. And like you mentioned just a second ago, Watson, I mean, all this news about Watson, and it continues this sort of thing where I think you and I agree that we can't continue with Watson, and the whole Watson factor really I think it just drives fans crazy right now.
Yeah. It's just like when I heard that, I'm like, can we stop? Can we just stop that?
Yeah.
And can we stop with, because it's like they want to try to generate the drama. It's how
Yes,
can a
they want
coach.
to generate the drama. That's a great title for your next article. You
Yeah,
know,
you know what?
Lou,
Thank you. I might actually write that tomorrow. I'll do the Browns Chiefs
I try,
preview,
Lou.
and
I
I'll
try to
say,
give you ideas.
yeah, I might do that.
You're a good journalist, but I
Well, I
always have to.
appreciate. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Thank you. Um, Interestingly enough, I'm going to do a comparison. I know I'm going to get heat for saying this. My wife's not like this, but we've all married, or not married, but dated or had relationships with the type of woman that if there's nothing wrong, she will find something to make wrong. She will find something to complain about. She will find something to generate the drama. Does that make sense? Speaking of stirring the pot, this is what it reminds me of. Yes, there are things wrong. It is 3-10, but they
Yeah.
can't wrap their heads around. You mean we're not going to have a coaching search? We're not going to have a GM search. We're not going to do all this other stuff and have
Mm-hmm.
all these, no, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to they're going to correct things. There's going to be changes made, but not
Mm-hmm.
at the high levels, not at the head coaching or general manager. And it's almost like they're trying to. No, the only thing about Watson that's on Mary Kay Cabot's Twitter feed is from December 6th, and it's talking about how the NFL closed the review on the allegation, and they said there wasn't enough evidence.
Okay.
That's the only thing I've seen. So, and I think, and there's plenty of drama you can find on social media. There's plenty of drama you can find. If you want that crap in your life, knock yourself out. I just tell the truth. I just tell what's going on, and there's no sugarcoating it. 3-10 sucks,
Right.
and this season's been a disappointment. But I was making the point. I think the Raiders game, the Giants game, and the Cowboys game with Dak Prescott, we would have won a couple more games.
Yeah, you mentioned that last night. Sure, and
Yeah, I mentioned it
it's the
again.
what if game, but I think that there's a
Yeah.
lot of
So
credence.
I don't want
Yeah,
Watson back. I really don't. I want to move on from him. And even though they can't officially get him off the roster, maybe till June 1st of 2026, like what Steve
yeah,
Bell and I talked about that show.
yeah.
No, just it's like when LeBron left in 2018. It's like every year where this was coming up and people were writing about it, people were chattering, then he signs a 1-year deal. Okay.
I'm
Then
gonna.
next year he does it. And when he finally went to the Lakers, I'm like, okay, thank you. Can we
Yeah,
just stop? I'm just
yeah,
tired of it. Just
yeah.
it's like
Well,
dating that super
let's
hot chick, but she's a head case, and you're like, okay, just go. I'm done. I don't care how hot you are. I'm done. So
let's
anyway,
let's pause real quick for commercial break, and then let's talk about
more
better
hot
things
chicks.
like college football.
Hey,
We'll
we'll
talk
call about
about
the
the
college football
Buckeyes.
playoff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk about that after the break. This is the Stirring the Pot show with Lou Marconi and me, Johnny Cleveland. We'll be right back.
All right.
And thank you.
I had
Returning
to
to
be quiet
stirring,
for 3
you
fucking
did
seconds.
stirring the
Jesus.
pot. Lou got quiet. Thank you, Lou.
No, you're
Thanks
very
for following
welcome.
us, downloading us on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen
Yeah.
to podcasts. Tune into the Fanatical Elves Network, part of Fans First Sports Network. Also, thanks for watching us here on the X, on YouTube, all
I'm
the great
still
places. Lou is going to be writing his next article. He's going to use the title. What was the title that we just came up with? What was the
stop generating the drama.
stop generating trauma?
Well,
Let's talk about something new.
I'm
Let's talk
waiting for
about
my press pass. Go ahead.
let's talk about the Buckeyes and the college
Yeah.
football.
Yep. Article dropped today for that. Yep.
They're going to play Tennessee. I was reading some articles. You and I were talking off air about price of tickets and stuff. The game down here, but man, I'm telling. I heard The tickets are going on sale Thursday morning to the general public. There are sites that are already publishing, ticket sales, and Lou, it's not looking good. It's looking like tickets are going to be, $300-400 a piece.
Yeah, I'll watch it on TV at home.
Yeah.
I may fans first pays me, but then I'm not. My last name's not Trump. So
Right. No. So with that, so I get okay. So the Buckeyes, I don't know. I've had a chance to look at the bracket. You probably have too.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking a little bit about how it's going to be really difficult for the Ohio State side of the bracket.
Yeah.
They would have to play Tennessee and beat Tennessee, and then then they would play Oregon
on New Year's Day at the Rose Bowl.
Now, would that be they would play Oregon, and then if they win that game, then they would have to play potentially. People are saying Texas. Is that right?
Depending on who comes out of that bracket, yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough. Now they were showing the other side of the bracket would not be like Penn State. I think they get to play.
I think it's SMU.
And SMU's not a Cape.
No, it's not. No. Every
Cupcake.
team on this, every team here. I think it's Indiana and Notre Dame. So
yes, and Indiana has to go to Notre Dame. Is that right? I think
that's what I think. Yeah, I think
Indiana fans are not very happy about that. But Indiana, you suck. You've never had a really good football team until this year. So just be glad that you're in the.
And they have a coach with a big mouth. That's all it is.
So they're. So how do you think Ohio State's going to fare in this? I mean, it's a new concept. Do we have a shot? I mean, obviously, I think we always do. Because we have probably the most talented roster in all of college football. Do you think that they have a shot to get all the way?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Why? I mean, of course they do. Yeah, I mean, I think they do, but you got to take it one. You got to take it. You got to take it one game at a time. But I think focus on Tennessee, and see what potential.
Are you writing your article already for tomorrow?
No, I'm actually sending out a tweet. I'm making fun of a guy's haircut. Is what I'm doing.
I could tell that you were focused on something there.
Yeah, I was focused on my writing there. I'm just doing that. That's this. Oh, Bearded Browns podcast, man. Thanks.
There you go.
Thank you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I focus on Tennessee, one game at a time. Don't worry about Oregon until you get to Oregon, because if you're worried about Oregon now, you're going to lose to Tennessee. I'm hoping that Ohio State's a really pissed off team.
Yes.
And they're at home. They got Tennessee. I hope they do it. I hope they take it to them. So
Ryan Day. I mean, again, everybody down here in Columbus is just can't not stop talking about him.
Hey, Sherry,
there he is.
You want a baby QB? Okay. We'll go to the maternity ward in Cleveland Clinic. All right.
No, okay. So Ohio State's probably, they got a shot against Tennessee. Then they got to go out. You said Oregon out there in the Rose Bowl. That would be the next?
That would be the next step. The next matchup would be the Rose Bowl. So I mean, it's just one game at a time, guys. But I think they definitely could beat Tennessee and Columbus. Yeah.
So who do you think are the favorites in this whole tournament? I mean,
I think right now the favorite to win it all is Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Because they haven't lost yet. And
who's on the other side of the bracket, though? Who's the number? Are they 2 or no? They're who are the 2 and 3 seeds? They're on the other side of the bracket, right?
2. I want to say Georgia.
Yes, Georgia.
And then the 3. Is it Arizona State? Then Boise State's the 4th.
Yeah, Arizona State got a bye. Did you see that?
Yeah, They did.
I mean, come on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, the Big 12 sucks. They
beat up Iowa State. So
well, I know, and I lived out there in the Big 12 for all those years. And you look, those teams out there, Kansas State. I love Kansas State. They're my favorite because I lived there.
Thanks for the clarification there, Sherry.
Yes, thanks, Sherry.
With you. I was joking.
All right.
Georgia is 2. Yeah, Georgia's 2. Yeah.
For college fans, though, this is a kind of the whole scope of it. This new sort of 12-team playoff, something new. I think it's going to really be interesting to see how it plays out. Capture the interest of all of us fans here. Columbus will be in a tizzy come that Saturday night late game or ABC, I think right. It's the main game that Saturday evening under the lights here in Columbus. It could be cold and snowy. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
You're so excited about it.
It's like what we're talking 12 days away.
Yeah.
Ohio State disappointed me so much the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Do you think? Okay, so is Ryan Day coming back?
It depends on how we do in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
If we have to have a good showing, I don't think we necessarily have to win it all for him to keep his job, but we have to have a good showing. And
I think we beat Tennessee, but I think we go back out to Oregon and we're going to get stomped. And I think Ryan Day.
I don't think we're going to get stomped by Oregon.
No,
you don't think so? Lose. Okay. We might lose, but we only lost by 1 point in Oregon in October. But
if they were to lose again under the lights first against Tennessee, oh my God, that would do
it. If they go out there and they lay,
you might as well not even do the press conference, Ryan Day.
Just
sayonara.
Chip Kelly, you want to be our coach?
Hey, what's this story I'm hearing about Bill Belichick? I mean,
UNC.
He interviewed for North Carolina. Is that like a done deal?
I don't know if it's a done deal, but I've heard that there's interest of him being the coach at University.
He was on Carolina. I don't know if you're watching the broadcast of the Payton brothers. He's on there tonight, and he was talking earlier about if he did coach, it would be like a pro, like a pro system where all the players that he had at that college, he'd be prepping them for the NFL. Which I mean, everybody says that. I mean, every college coach, especially
with the NIL and the transfer portal and all, it's college football's completely changed.
Right. I have a question for you. Let's switch gears because this will get you.
You want to piss me off? Okay.
Well, no, I don't want to piss you off. I want to ask you. Okay, so did you the Juan Soto baseball?
Okay.
This 15-year, $765 million deal that he just made with the New York Mets. He decided to leave the Yankees, and Yankee fans are in a tizzy. They're pretty peeved tonight.
Because he jumped ship to the Mets.
Yeah, I think Juan Soto's an idiot to begin with. He's a cocky son of a gun, and that's fine. But I'm just like, dude, like that's $51 million a year. That comes down to $335,000 per
Mets still paying
game.
Bobby Bonilla? They're still paying Bobby Bonilla, aren't they?
Lou, he's going to get paid. Juan Soto is going to get paid $335,000 per game next season.
All right.
For a 162 game schedule. I remember doing these.
He's not going to play all 162.
Now, do you follow baseball? I mean, do you like? I mean,
I do. I heard about this, and it's just kind of, I'm like, good Lord, thank you, Mets. They're the ones that just do that. It's almost like people were.
But isn't it unfair? Like my wife and I were talking about this before the show, and we were just talking about sports and a little bit, and I just said how silly it is that these deals especially the Major League Baseball is off the charts crazy right now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no.
If somebody's willing to pay it, somebody's going to will take it. I mean, it's just somebody's.
And there's no stopping it. And like then you have teams like Pittsburgh and Cleveland and Baltimore,
Kansas City,
who can't play jack squat. And we're making the playoffs. We're making a run to the World Series, but it's just such a discrepancy. It's just a shame because I think it really just. I don't know, as baseball fans, I'm just discouraged by. I don't like it. I don't. It makes me kind of sick. I don't like and those people, those fans in those big cities, where the Mets, New York. I mean, these fans are just spoiled. They're rotten. They're I don't know. I
mean, this really isn't a baseball show, but as long as there's somebody willing to make these trades and pay these contracts out, they're going to happen. Much like the Deshaun Watson contract.
Yeah.
Somebody was willing to do it. And actually, people they're still making comments about this being the worst trade, the worst contract.
Oh, please.
You could argue, I mean, guys, he's not even in the top 10 anymore in quarterbacks.
Yeah.
One. The other thing, too, I think Trey Lance was a worse trade. I think Russell Wilson at Denver was a worse trade. I think the Herschel Walker.
Oh, I got a good trade. I got a good, really bad contract for you.
What's that?
Dustin Hopkins.
Oh, yeah.
Coming back to the Brownies.
coming back for
What
about
in what has
I
happened to him? Is it just all
I don't
mental, Lou?
it probably is. I don't know because I mean when he missed the second one, I went fuck.
Right?
I just kind of knew. I said those 6 points. We left 6 points
Yeah.
plus the Watson turnover that turned into a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's 13 points we gave them right there. And guess what they beat us by?
Yeah.
13 points.
13 points.
13 points.
Yeah,
So,
it's
and even I think even Winston said it after the game. Said the Cleveland Browns beat the Cleveland Browns more than the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Cleveland
absolutely.
Browns,
Yeah.
and he's right. And I said you're part of the problem. So,
Right.
well, he took accountability for it, and you're going to see that too with this team. Um, we looking into next year because
Yeah.
I
I
did
wanted
an
to talk to you about
article.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did
Talk
an
about that.
article about. I'm doing an article. It's actually I wrote it. And it's pending about the edge rusher from Penn State, who's Abdul Carter. Take a look at this guy because
Okay.
ESPN right now has him ranked as a top prospect in the draft.
Okay.
He's not going to go one overall. You
Okay.
know, somebody like whoever's going to be picking first probably won't be Jacksonville. Jacksonville will probably take a Travis Hunter.
Okay.
I could see Genty going early. I could see Cam Ward and Sedarius Sanders. See those guys going early.
Hmm.
There's even talk of Mason Graham, the tackle, the dominant defensive tackle from Michigan, is a possibility too. And then you have Abdul Carter, which I think this guy would be intriguing to put on the opposite side of Myles Garrett. It's like, ooh, okay, because he has like they compare him to Micah Parsons. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So I just kind of I wrote that out there saying, hey, it's a possibility, and it's
Hmm.
real possible this guy could fall because I remember the one draft that I'm going back 24 years when the can't miss pick of the draft was Champ Bailey, who was the defensive back. He went to Denver, and he was picked
Ah.
eighth. He was
Yeah.
picked eighth, and he was I mean it was just he was like Darrell Revis levels, the Denzel Ward levels,
Right.
defensive back. So just keep it in mind, guys, that there's ability to get players and there's ability to get value at cheaper prices while we get out of this Deshaun Watson contract. I think the divorce is happening with Watson as well. I did not see anything backing up Mary Kate that thing from that obscure Browns thing. I don't know where it came from. Sometimes you gotta before you say anything, you gotta look at it and go, is this true? I mean,
Yeah.
because it sounded
Hey,
like the opposite of what I've been hearing. But go ahead. You want to talk
no,
about the
I want to
schedule?
talk more about the future. Like, okay, so you're staying on the topic of who the Browns.
2025.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now you and I were talking off air, and you're smarter than me. So you were talking about
No,
some
I
of
don't
the
know.
the schedule, but you've already
Yeah.
kind of looked at the
Yeah. Next year's
teams.
schedule. Yeah.
What are some of the
We
what?
will play the AFC East and the NFC North. We will
Okay.
host Buffalo and host the Dolphins. We will go to New England and go to the New York Jets. We will host the Vikings and host the Packers. We will go to the Detroit Lions and go to the Chicago Bears. We are due to face the AFC North opponent that finishes the same place where we will finish, which probably be fourth in the
Yeah.
division. So that guessing that's Tennessee Titans.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then the AFC West, we have to go to the AFC West, and we will face whoever finishes fourth in that division. And it looks like it is going to probably be the Raiders.
Hmm.
We'll go to the
So we'll go to
Raiders.
the Raiders again. You said we have the Dolphins coming back here again, even that we were going to play them
Mm-hmm.
this year still.
We're playing them this year. So then we also have an NFC opponent coming to us. So we will have one home preseason game and 9 home games
Okay.
in 2025, and that unless they go to an 18 game season, so that could change everything. But still have one home preseason game and 9 home games.
Okay.
If they'll have 9 away games if they go to an 18 game season, which maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know what the
Hmm.
NFL is going to do yet, but it'll be the AFC West fourth place finisher
Hmm.
probably, which will either be the Arizona Cardinals or the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
So the 49ers, then they would come to Cleveland.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how everything plays out and what happens. But we'll know after the last game of the season, and we
Mhm.
still have an opportunity to put a couple wins together to build something
We got
positive.
to build some sort of momentum. I mean, right now, I think everyone is just so discouraged in the
They're down.
fan base.
Everybody's
Well, I
down.
mean,
Of course, losing
eight
sucks.
18 seasons now of losing 10, uh,
Yeah.
games or more since
Yep.
they've come back since 99.
Yep.
That's
And I
just
think we wouldn't even come
really
close to that. We wouldn't even come close to that right now if things would have been different at the beginning of the year. And
right.
it's
But
sad.
that's where we are because
That's where we are.
15, 20 years from now, we'll just look back at this as another chalk it up another
I'll be in
double
my early
digit.
70s,
Right. You
retired.
know,
I'll be
um,
retired. I'll still podcast. I'll still argue with people.
that's right. No, but it is really the other thing that people that don't like Stefanski, and I know that we both, support him more than some others, will point to the idea that okay, Stefanski won Coach of the Year 2 years in a row, and a lot of people like to say, well, he was Coach of the Year, twice.
Yeah, he was.
But other people will say, well, the Pittsburgh Steelers have Mike Tomlin, who's never been Coach of the Year, and he's been there for 20 years, never won that award in the
Right.
NFL. So
He's
there's
won a
not,
Super Bowl too.
but there's not a lot of weight, is what they're saying to this whole Coach of the Year thing, and it's overdone or overreaction. So people shouldn't really say, oh, he was Coach of the Year, so we got to give him another opportunity. You know what I'm
Well,
trying to say? Yeah,
that's just that, but he also had 2 playoff appearances and a playoff win in Pittsburgh. He success-wise in the last 5 years is unmatched since 1999, even with Belichick's 5 years here.
yeah,
Even with Belichick only had
yeah.
1 playoff season and 1 playoff win. They at least had 2 playoff seasons and 1 playoff
I
win.
think
So
Stefanski's record is 500 now, right?
it's
Overall,
close.
isn't he like?
I believe so. It's like 500, which I'm not even focusing on that right now. I'm just saying, like, look,
No,
I mean, if we're sitting here at 3-10 in 2025 going into week 14 or 15, wherever we're at now,
yeah.
15, week 15, then yeah, that's two
Well,
years
I don't
like
think
this.
next year though. I mean, I think if they start 1-4, 1-5 next year, I think he's done then. I mean, if
Yeah,
he,
that's what I said. There'll be something completely different. I think there will be changes made. I think they made mistakes trying to put together an offense for Deshaun
mm-hmm.
to cater to Deshaun, and Deshaun didn't give them anything back in return.
Right.
And honestly, that's what happened. And
So, what are
to,
you looking forward to on Sunday against the Chiefs? Look for Taylor Swift in the stands, or where?
hey Taylor, I'm married.
You're married. Okay.
Just stay back, lady. Back
I'm
off.
anxious to see kind of how the
That's what-
Browns play this game. Especially from from the players.
This is funny. There was a drunk girl at the stadium kept yelling at me. This was years ago,
Uh-huh.
and I was with Harvey. It was at different seats, and she kept asking my name. I took off my glove and I just showed her my wedding ring.
Uh-huh.
I'm married. Leave me alone. Right? And
Uh-huh.
the people
Right.
around me were laughing. They were
Right.
laughing. Like, just no, no, lady, no.
What do you
And I'm
think
like,
the players? How do you think this game on Sunday? Do you think they put a lot of time and effort in? Like they put effort into this Pittsburgh game. You could see that
they're going to
on
put
the
effort.
field. You
I
think they'll?
think yeah, of course
Okay.
they're playing for Stefanski. If you put out like they even Tony Romo said it and Troy Aikman said it, 2 former Dallas quarterbacks.
Right.
They said, look, you look at the tape, they're not playing like a 3-10 team. They're not giving up.
Yeah.
That's important. That tells me there's not a problem with the culture. So, hey,
Mm-hmm.
2023 is long gone now.
Yeah.
2024 will be history too.
Yeah.
You know, so we got to
Okay.
think about the future. So I think it would be interesting if we play on Thanksgiving Day at Detroit. That'd be awesome. I'd
Yeah.
love that.
We haven't had a Thanksgiving game in a long time.
I think
I
the
think.
last one was 1989.
Okay, that was back in the day. That was Bernie
Yeah.
Kosar years.
Yeah, we lost to Detroit because we played a 5-quarter tie Sunday against the Chiefs before that, and we lost by 3 points to
Oh,
Detroit.
really? God,
Yeah,
that's.
and but all Detroit fans were talking, saying like, "Yeah, you play." It was just a
Well,
bad.
Detroit's got a really good shot at going to the Super Bowl this year again, and
Yeah,
to see
they
how
do.
that
They got a
pans out.
shot. I mean, they're probably one of the top teams, if not the top team. I think the team that they have to get through is probably Philadelphia. They're playing good
Mhm.
football right now. That's where the
Yeah.
Steelers are going next week,
Yes.
and I think I'm trying to see. Baltimore is Baltimore on a bye now or no?
Yes. They had a bye.
They had a bye.
I don't know who
Okay,
they play on Sunday.
I will find out for you. I'll get that for you because Cincinnati. Is it Baltimore and Cincinnati?
Um,
We will find out. Give me a moment here. I'll get it
no,
for
that's
you in
fine.
1 second. My calculator
Just to
sticks
let
by.
everybody know again, you're listening to
Bengals
the
are at
Fanatic.
Tennessee. Bengals are at Tennessee. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Go
We're
ahead.
listening to Fanatical Elves Network, part of Fans First Sports Network. This is Stirring the Pot Show. We really, if you can go to Apple, go to Spotify, download us, follow us, subscribe to us. Also, shout out to Hemisphere Coffee Roasters who sponsor us. A little coffee group up out here outside of Columbus. Great group. They shake the hand of the farmers. We've got a little
Ravens
link
at
on
Giants.
Ravens at Giants. Okay. We've got a link on our X page for Hemisphere Coffee Roasters coffee. Awesome stuff. Drink it every day. It gives me
Good caffeine jolt.
it gets me going. Coffee Jolt with Johnny Cleveland.
Coffee jolt.
Another show. That's another show we do here.
Is it really?
I
Yes.
did that over the summer. Remember, I was doing that over the summer, the Coffee Jolt, because I was doing the morning, because I have my summers off as an educator.
Yeah, and
I have all that time off.
I'll be on Wednesday afternoon with Corey Castle. We're going to talk the NXT Deadline pay-per-view. Going to do it's Iron Man, Iron Woman challenges that were done on the NXT. So we're going to talk about pro wrestling there. Cool. Also, I've got the Barney River Browns talk on Friday night.
Who do you got? Special guest?
Nothing booked yet, but I was going to reach out to Sherry. Hey, Sherry, if you're watching, let me know if you have a guest in mind.
Okay.
But yeah, no, you had Bearded Browns talk on mine.
Yeah, that was great.
That was a great show. It was a great show. And I think just had Amelia on last time. She was great. Hey, look, I'm going to be at the game next Sunday, and I hope people just, I'm going to come because I got tickets. I already bought and paid for them. I'm going to go, and I plan on being a season ticket holder next season.
Yep.
And I'm going to keep going. Yeah, like I said, maybe stop generating the drama. That'd be a good idea. But the thing is, there's enough drama as it is.
Yes.
They don't need to generate it. It's there. I mean, we have a 3-10 season. There's not a lot to talk about. I saw the Nick Chubb was nominated for the Ed Block Courage Award. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. And you saw
very deservedly. Yeah.
Yes. Did you see a better Nick Chubb in that game against the Steelers?
I did.
Yeah,
no,
so did I.
I did. I think I mentioned this to you yesterday on the post game show.
Yes.
I saw it. I guess I saw two things. I saw it. He's improving. I also saw that I felt just watching Nick Chubb, and like all of his fans, he doesn't quite have that extra little thing, that burst that his vision is amazing, and his ability, to zig, to zag. That little extra step that he could get on a defender, where he could either shake him off or get in front of somebody that maybe an ordinary running back. He's lost a little bit of that, but Lou, I believe me, I'm the biggest Nick Chubb fan. When I saw him break that one for 20 yards in that game, that was exciting, because that is because he deserves it.
Yeah, this is interesting. I just noticed something because I was looking ahead at the scheduling. On the 21st, that Saturday, there's 2 NFL games. The Chiefs are playing the Texans, and the Steelers are playing the Ravens.
Oh.
One on Amazon. Well, and plus, the one on NBC, one on Fox, and then right after that, 8:00, Ohio State, Tennessee. So you're all football all day.
That's gonna be one hell of a wow.
Yeah, so that's a lot. Yeah, so Steelers at Ravens will be a good game, and Chiefs at Texans at Chiefs will be a good game too. So yeah, it seems like like I said, the Chiefs are just Lady Luck's been on their side. So let's see that. Let's see, what is this?
17-17 in the Monday night game right now.
Oh, that one. Oh, he's talking about the Otani. 17-17 now. Yeah. All right. Hey, it should be a fun game to watch after I'm done here. God bless you.
Thank
you. All right. All right,
Lou, have a good night, bud.
Final thoughts? You too. Final thoughts is that, hey, join us on the Burning River Browns Talk. I appreciate you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Fanatical Elves, subsidiary of the Fans First Sports Network. Check out my articles on the Fans First Sports Network. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I was telling this to Mike.
I don't. I could care less about you guys.
Yeah, I know he does. He does. He doesn't give a shit. No, honestly, guys, this isn't work to me. Even though I come in with like an anger, like a chip on my shoulder sometimes, this isn't work to me. This is fun. I enjoy this, whether it's the Browns or not. I am fine with this. I am fine with their 3-10. I remember 1996. I remember 1997. I remember 1998. Some of you fuckers weren't even born yet. I remember that. We didn't
Yes.
have a fucking team.
Yes.
We do now.
We
And we have
do
a team
now.
with a good core of players and good people that are running it, competent people that are running it.
Absolutely.
Let's chill, watch the rest of the season, enjoy our holidays, pay attention through the offseason, and let's see what happens when they could be opening here. We could have an opening game. We could be opening anywhere. But I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, who knows? We're probably going to be opening on the road because the last two were at home.
That's
But probably. But anyway, guys, just
chill.
chill. Let's take a pill and relax because they don't want you to relax. They want you constantly clicking on their garbage because that's how they make their money. I don't do clickbait. I just tell the truth. So
Lou,
thank you
thank you
all.
so much, bud. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night, everybody.
Appreciate you.
Stirring the pot. See ya.
See you later.